I think it's absolutely essential to share information, and contrary to what the situation was ages ago, we now have the tools to make it easy, and enough people have experience with social networking websites so that they're getting used to exchanging information online, and that is a very important development. But the future is really to make sure that that information is easily accessible, that the websites are easy to use, and that there is a modicum of verification that this information is reliable and good, because there's the risk that any information gets in there. My favorite example is what you can find on the web that is crazy about HIV/AIDS treatment that is not vetted by anyone who knows whether it works or doesn't work, and is available and can create real problems, as we've seen in South Africa, for example. My own experience is that increasingly I rely on such sites when I need to know who's doing what, where, when I try to find out information on good practice someplace. And that's why our organization, the Development Gateway, has been for the past 10 years trying to use the web to increase the capacity of people involved in development to talk to each other, to communicate experience, because too often development means reinventing the wheel. That you're very glad that you've solved a problem that has been solved many times, but that you don't even know has been the case. So that hopefully the web will help to break the silos that we have seen too often, whether it's in the Commission, in the World Bank, even in a small organization like the one I lead now. Silos have a tendency to develop, and people get really focused on what they do, and they ignore that what they do can be leveraged, can be improved by what others are doing. Right now we have a very imperfect measure of success, which is how many people are using the site regularly. We can see, for example, many of these sites have become interactive, so that you can have people create communities of practice, groups of shared interests, and you can see how lively these groups are by checking how often new posts are put on it. But we are still too early in all of these experiences to know whether that is really making a real difference in getting results on the ground. If you are in countries with very good connectivity, the aid recipients can really have access. I was just working in Africa this past week, and I was very, very frustrated. I was in Burkina Faso by how slow it was to really have access to information, to download information. So to some extent, as we develop these tools, it's also very important that we help the continent of Africa in particular, which is still lagging behind in connectivity, by massive investments in new technologies, whether it's satellite-based, which is optical cable. This is fundamental. Otherwise, we are going to contribute to the digital divide and not bridge it.